Hi friends, welcome to this pre-market analysis of Nifty, where on a chart we try to make informed guesses of where buyers and sellers are. So these you see here are the levels and the fair value gaps that we had drawn on Nifty yesterday, and this is Nifty on a daily time frame. So the whole idea was that this is this level and this fair value gap, this is where all the sell side liquidity is, and then this fair value gap is where all the buy side liquidity is. So Nifty was supposed to trade between these two, and it did exactly that. There was a big buyback coming that came in intraday, and then there's a pin bar kind of a candle that was formed on an intraday basis. So that's that. Let's get rid of this and do today's analysis. So what we do here is we start with the monthly time frame and move all the way down to the weekly, daily, hourly, 4-hourly and hourly time frames. We look for a buyers, and then we look for if there are important levels of buyers and sellers. Well, this is Nifty on a monthly time frame. The bias here is not sure. It is still not sure. Why is it not sure? Because if for a bullish bias, there has to be higher lows formed, and for a bearish bias, there has to be lower highs formed. Nothing of that has formed right here. So right now, it looks like there is no bias, and but we have important levels. Where are those important levels? These two are the important levels on Nifty on a monthly time frame. This swing low is where the major sellers are, and that's like 24,337. And this swing low is where the major buyers are. That's 22,182. That is the range. That's a monthly range for Nifty. Going over to the weekly time frame. On a weekly time frame, the bias for Nifty is clearly bearish. Why is it bearish? Because look at this swing high, there's a lower swing high, and there's a lower swing high. So Nifty has made consecutively 3 lower swing highs, and that's a clear sign of bearishness on a weekly bias. Well, we have one fair value gap right here that just says that there's a lot of buy side liquidity in here. That you can see Nifty has been eating into that liquidity for 1, 2, 3, and this is the 4th week, and Nifty is eating into that liquidity. We don't know how much that can hold unless there's fresh buying coming in there. This is the target for Nifty on a weekly time frame. Going over to the daily time frame. On a daily time frame, the bias for Nifty is bearish. It's just taking a while to open. It's my slow internet. Yes, there it goes. There you go. Why is it bearish? Because you look at this. This is a swing high, and there is a lower swing high formed here. And it does not look like it has this, at least here, it looks very bearish. It's still, you can see how many of these candles are eating into the liquidity of this weekly fair value gap. That's all buy side liquidity. Now, interesting thing is, you see, assuming Nifty sticks to the bearish bias and decides to fall down, there should be some cushion down here. That cushion is what you see here. These 3 candles, let me just zoom in on them. These 3 candles are, even though they look like bearish candles, they are an order block. They are where the big money, the smart money, took all your orders thinking that Nifty has turned bearish, and then took all your stop losses with this rally. So I would just take the midpoint of those three candles, the bodies of those 3 candles, and put a line there, and that's where Nifty could take support if indeed it decides to come down. Well, it could take support at the bottom of the fair value gap, and then this should be the next stop, and then ultimately this is the ultimate stop, the mother of all stops. But that's too low. 22,182 is a lot down on the chart. Going over to the 4-hour time frame. On a 4-hour time frame, Nifty is bearish. This is a swing low, that's another swing low, and today we made another swing low on a 4-hour time frame. Nifty is bearish. I did not mark any levels there, and it has already taken an important level. This was the important level that we had marked yesterday. That was already taken. Now, this was the important level, yeah. And going over to the hourly time frame. On an hourly time frame, Nifty still is bearish, I believe. As I said, my internet is not doing very well today. Okay, so there you go. This is a swing high, and this is a lower swing high. That's right. Okay, so this is a swing high, and this is a swing high. So that's a lower swing high, and Nifty is bearish on a hourly time frame now. As I said, I am not expecting large movements unless government comes out with some sort of package for the FIIs. FIIs is selling like crazy. I think today even the IT has fallen. I am not a certified analyst. I do this only for educational purpose and therefore trade with care. Thank you.